So Matt Warburton. So Matt, to be fair, every time we've interviewed you for the media this year, you've been really serious. You always give your professional answers. But I think today, let's just sort of more of a casual, chilled out conversation, a bit of past and present, past with Stockport County and present with Halifax Town.
Yeah.
Just first and foremost, I know obviously Halifax Town fans and Stockport County fans probably be watching this. Just give us your initial sort of preview going into that game.
I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I think everybody involved in both clubs will be. For me, it's an opportunity to go back to Edgeley Park for the first time with fans. Been back there a couple of times, but no fans. This will be the first opportunity to go back and see the fans. And it couldn't be a bigger game for both clubs, really. Particularly for Stockport, obviously the chance to go up, and for us, we're pushing for that third spot to try and get ourselves straight into the semi-final. So, it's just an exciting feeling. I've still got friends there, players there, and still know loads of people down there. But at the end of the day, it's a competitive game of football. So we'll be going down there, doing my job best of my ability, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, before we get into that game and all the outcomes that come with it, how have you sort of felt life at Halifax Town go this season?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. Loved it. I wasn't particularly happy with my start to the season. It took me a while to get going. First goal did come against Stockport, and that was a bit of a relief, to be honest. And after that, shackles have come off a little bit. Started to contribute in terms of the goal front. My assists has always been all right from the get-go, to be fair. But really happy to have hit a little bit of form in December and pick up Player of the Month for them, and just absolutely love playing here. Loved everything about Halifax in terms of the way we play, the people here, the staff. So no, it's been a really good year after what was a tough year last year.
Yeah, you speak about that tough year at Yeovil, obviously behind closed doors and being on loan there, and things like that. So when you come to Halifax at the start of the season, what were your sort of expectations?
To be honest, it was just to get back and playing football regularly. I met Pete and Millie pretty early on and made a decision pretty early on in the summer that I did want to come here. I knew Millie from a time at Curzon Ashton prior to it, and I knew what type of people they were. And as well as they do their background checks on me, I also did it on them. You speak to lads that have played here before or have worked with them before, and every reference I got was a good one. So I knew from then that it would be a good fit for me, and I've managed to come and settle in pretty quickly, and I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah, brilliant. I think my stats are right. 13 league goals this season, I think.
13 league, yeah. 14 in total.
Yeah, nice one. And let's speak about a few of them, shall we?
Go for it.
Where do we want to start, with Stockport or Notts County? Because I think those are the first, and Chesterfield away. Those three for me come into mind straight away. So where do we want to start?
I think you can't not start with Notts County.
Yeah, go on then.
Not do it. It was just an unbelievable night. I was on the bench that game. I think a lot of people forgot that I was actually starting on the bench. Come on, about 60 minutes to go, and didn't start because injured at Barnet and Half did well, and kept his shirt, deservedly so as well. And we went 2-0 down, and Bradders got sent off.
Yeah.
And the gaffer, and I looked at the gaffer, and I was coming on at this point, and I said, "You still want to do it?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Let's just go for it." And I thought, all right, let's do it then. And then we got one. I think Slowy scored, and then Noobs was excellent in that game, broke down the right, and Billy made it 2-0. And I thought, wow, that's it. And then Bill turned around to me and went, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. And then 90 plus 10, it just kind of fell, and it's weaker foot, but it snuck in. It was just, you're not going to get those nights in football too often, and it was nice that the club released the full game or the full highlights, and I think for a game down at the Shale, that'll be remembered for a very, very long time. 100%.
And when you lads saw 10 minutes go up on the board, what were going through your mind? Because that's like...
Well, we had the momentum. Momentum's massive, especially I felt like they'd gone after a 2-2, to be honest with you. They looked a little bit drained, and I think we had a little bit of... Didn't have more energy, but just had the impetus and the momentum to kind of go on and kick on, and luckily enough we did. I think we could see the goal from a corner, and I think it might have been my man, to be fair, and it got given as a foul, so that was a relief. But I always felt like on the counter, you had myself, Noobs, Billy, I felt like we could always go and get something, and luckily that night, I don't think I slept that much that night. There was a lot of adrenaline pumping around. It was a great occasion. Yeah,
amazing. And sort of looking at Stockport at home as well, obviously the reverse fixture, 3-0 victory, and that free kick you scored. But what was funny was, obviously the foul got given. Stockport, you went to go take the free kick. Stockport fans were singing your name, and then you just stuck one in.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know if that's the kind of relationship I have with them, but I think they were going through a bit of a topsy-turvy time during that game and during that period in the season. And, you know, it's the first time they've seen me play in front of them for a while, and, you know, I had a really, really unbelievably good time at that club. Really a good relationship with the fans, and my missus had only ever come and seen me watch maybe 2 or 3 times. She was like, they were singing your name, and I was like, yeah. I didn't expect it either, to be honest, but that was really nice. At the end of the game, went over and thanked them and gave them a bit of a clap, and I don't know if my reception will be similar on Sunday. Hopefully it might be nice, but we'll see. But I was delighted to get the goal. Like I say, it was the first one that I got for the club, and one against a mate of mine as well, using the sticks for them.
Like you say, it'll be first visit back to Edgeley Park with fans, and I was watching a video last night about that team, that 2018-19 Stockport team winning the league and getting promoted to the National League, and you had a move lined up to Northampton Town, but you got called onto the pitch to go lift the trophy. All the fans just singing your name. So putting that all together, what happened in the reverse fixture against Stockport fans singing your name, just absolutely adoring you. What's that going to be like for you, really? I know you keep saying I don't know what reception you're going to get, but I think
I'm hoping it'll be a nice one. I am looking forward to going back. I must admit, I still get the odd messages every now and again off Stockport fans and whatnot. And it's that day that you talked about in terms of when they called me onto the pitch. That was the last game of the season. That was the trophy parade, and it had already been announced that I was leaving prior to that.
Yeah.
So I was umming and ahhing whether I was actually going to go or not. And I only actually went because the amount of tweets and messages I had off Stockport fans telling me that I should be there. Anyway, the board member at the time, Steve Bellis, who's still involved with the club, he said to me, I'm going to call you on last. And I was a bit like, right, okay. And before me, every single one of the boys went on and they did something stupid, whether it be the worm or some kind of funny dance. I thought, what am I going to do? And I've used everything up. About 20 lads have gone before me. And luckily enough, I didn't have to, because the boys created like a bit of a guard of honour. It was a bit of an emotional moment, to be honest. They're all on the feet, singing my name from the cheetah end, and that's once in a career kind of opportunity, and I'm buzzing to have had that and see the videos, look back at them every now and again.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to sort of talk about a guard of honour in a minute, and obviously I know we mentioned your goal against Chesterfield as well, which was another cracker in a brilliant game, and you went straight to the Chesterfield fans and started giving a bit to them. If you want to just sort of mention that, I'll let you.
I'm not sure the Chesterfield fans have the same admiration for me as Stockport fans do after that. But no, it was just one of them. I backed myself in those positions, 20 yards out, just me and the keeper, just the keeper to beat. I feel comfortable, and luckily enough it kind of fell for me that day. Bill put it on a plate for me, as he has done so many times this year. Not only with his goals, his assists have been right up there. And it was nice to sweep that one home. It does stick out in my memory, that one, for this season. I enjoyed that. Yeah,
brilliant. And just speaking about a guard of honour, I know a few Stockport County fans will be watching this, and I don't know if I speak for everyone, but I've certainly, when Stockport were pretty much top of the league by a lot of points, I was thinking in the back of my head, we're going to have to give them a guard of honour. Is my thinking. Obviously we're not, because obviously it's still up there to be won out of Stockport and Wrexham. Stockport need 1 point to be champions, but we're looking for third place, aren't we?
Of course we are. Look, it's a competitive game of football at the end of the day, isn't it? And I've thought about the guard of honour, because I'm going to be clapping my mates coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's thought about that.
which I don't really mind, to be fair. The best team at the end of the day will win the league, and whoever that may be, then well done to them. But like I say, we've got to go there. We've got a job to do. If Solihull can drop some points and we can take that third spot, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to do our utmost to try and get the right result for us on the day. And my allegiance to Stockport, it's strong, but I'm a Halifax Town player, and I'll be looking to do the job on the day.
Yeah, brilliant. And we spoke sort of off camera about the amount of players that have played for Halifax and Stockport in the last couple of seasons. And you've got a list down here. So in the season you won promotion, you had Niall Bell and Darren Stevenson, who played for Halifax last season. You've got Harvey Gilmore, Elliot Newby, Lois Maynard, Devante Rodney, Liam McAlinden, Scott Quigley, Liam Hogan, who've just played in the last couple of seasons. So with all them names, all those players, I don't know if I actually mentioned you. We've got Matt Warburton as well. He played for Stockport and Halifax. Is it a rivalry? How, as a player, how would you see this Halifax Stockport?
I don't think you can kind of call it in terms of a derby rivalry. It's not far away. I think in terms of maybe the pride of the North, if you like to kind of put a title on it, it could be something like that. But they're both excellent non-league football teams. One of them or both of us might not be non-league come next year, but I think there's a good relationship between the clubs. I don't see any animosity there. I've been at Stockport, and there's definitely a bit of animosity with a few clubs, and same with Halifax. But I think it's a healthy rivalry to have, because couple of players, or not a couple, quite a few players have bounced between the two of them, and they've been at a similar level for quite some time now. So I suppose a rivalry might be true.
Yeah, not bad. So we're looking for promotion, let's be honest, and we've had a lot of Stockport County chat. Let's sort of turn to ourselves and yourself, Matty. I just want to go to, you moved to Northampton Town firstly before we come back to Halifax. You won promotion with Northampton as well, which I think kind of goes under the radar sometimes.
Yeah, I did. It was I kind of went from the Conference North to League One in 2 seasons, which doesn't really happen, or from the classroom as well to League One, which doesn't really happen. But I couldn't really celebrate it as much as I could the Stockport one, and the one I enjoyed the most was the Stockport one, because I didn't feel like I had a big enough part to play, if I'm being brutally honest, and I think it's very hard to kind of get thoroughly involved in the celebrations had you been a bit part player, which is effectively what I was at Northampton. Didn't really get the minutes I was after, but yeah, it was still an unbelievable achievement to kind of go from League 2 straight up into League 1. Have the experience of playing in League 1 for a few games before moving on was a great experience, and to kind of, I've played at every level now. I've played at League 1, League 2, Conference North, and all the way down to, I think it's like Northwest Counties, or even Saturday football when I started when I was like 18. So I've kind of seen it all, and Championship and Prem have definitely got away from me now, I think. But no, it's nice to have that and look back on my career and think that I've played at all those different steps. And I'm fortunate enough to have that opportunity.
Yeah, and when you were at Northampton, obviously you played with Billy Waters there as well. And away at Southend, when you and Billy were speaking at Steve Arnold, I was that close to shouting, "Ooh, Northampton friends," but I thought I didn't want to embarrass you. But when you were at Northampton with Billy, how's that helped when you've come to Halifax with him?
Brilliant. I still spoke to Bill for a fair bit, to be fair, after we left Northampton, and checked in with him a few times, and then the manager I was actually mentioning to me, or Millie was actually mentioning to me in the summer, what do you think of Bill? Obviously sang his praises, told him how good I think he is, and it was me end up giving Bill a call saying, look, I think they might be interested in what you're thinking. And he was like, yeah, I think that could be me. So it's great to have him here. He's an absolute bundle of energy. He's a great lad to have around the group. You can see that whenever you come to training and whatnot. He's my roommate as well, so he's been a great acquisition for the team. He's done so well. 20 goals in the conference after not playing too much last year is an unbelievable achievement, and every award he gets at the end of the year he fully deserves.
And do you boys have these sort of conversations? I might be going into sort of private conversations in a way, but conversations about how you're enjoying your time at Halifax together, maybe compared to other clubs? Because you've got that relationship from working before.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's natural. Everybody always asks what it was like there, or what's he like, or what's the manager like. So you're always comparing, and you're always kind of judging to your previous clubs, if you like. And this is one that I think everybody agrees that it's, one, a really good group, and two, a really good team to be involved in terms of it suits us all. The style of play. There's no bad eggs in that dressing room, and I think that was key when the manager signed me. I remember the first thing he said to me is that we sign good people first and then good players, and they've stuck with that. They've stuck with that kind of title, if you like, and that's paid dividends. Yeah, and at previous clubs, did anyone call you the bread man, or is that first? I think there've been a fair few bread jokes in the time, slice of this and crust of whatever. Yeah, it's never got away from me.
Do you enjoy it though?
I don't mind it, to be fair. It doesn't bother me at all. I think you guys have taken it to a whole new level, especially with the signing video. That was some effort. I didn't know that was coming, I'll be honest. But yeah, I don't mind it at all.
It's funny that you say that, because just sort of off topic, a bit of a tangent, but remember when the fans started chanting Slew, obviously at Jordan, I went up to Slew and I went, do you like that? Do you enjoy that? He went, yeah, I don't mind it. It's just a relationship he's got with the fans, and I think that's so pivotal for a club like Halifax, and to have those relationships with the fans, especially now they're back in. It's brilliant.
Absolutely, absolutely, and they've been absolutely excellent this season. We're going away to Dover, Torquay and Eastleigh and Sweesley, 170 fans travelling all the way down there. And there's a lot of other things they could be doing with the time. They've been excellent, and I think this year we probably built quite a lot of bridges with fans, and you can see that they've thoroughly enjoyed coming to the Shave, because we made that a bit of a fortress, and attendances have grown throughout the season and may have stagnated a little bit recently, but I'm sure if we can get that home semi-final or home quarter-final, there'll be a big backing. But there's that core group of 1,400 to 1,700 Shaman fans that are there every single week, and a big kudos to them. They've been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, amazing, Warby. And just lastly then, Yeah, it's your birthday this month, isn't it? The big 30.
The big 30, I was hoping you weren't going to bring that up. I spoke about it before, so I thought I got away with this. Yeah, 30. If we finish fourth.
That wasn't the... Sorry, we can move away from the 30. But no, go on.
Yeah, if we finish fourth, I think it's on the same day as your birthday, so that could be the best present.
Yeah, amazing. But what I wanted to sort of speak about is 30, getting to that 30 years old age. I've said some words today that just the vocab's been awful, by the way. But so Curzon and Ashton, Salford when they was in National League North.
Yeah, correct.
Stockport County.
Yeah.
I've just written teacher down, which isn't a football club, but obviously PE teacher, weren't you? And then obviously Northampton Town in League 2 and League 1. Getting to that sort of 30. I keep saying it. I bet you're going to hate me for keeping saying it.
It's alright. Mrs. keeps telling me it as well, yeah.
But obviously we spoke before and said it was quite a landmark age, isn't it? I think everyone sort of looks at it as a bit of a landmark. For everything you've achieved, from where you've come from, where you've got to, things you've done in between, just how proud are you? How of that journey?
It's a question that I've not probably thought about too much, to be fair, because I think if you think about it and you get comfortable with what you've done, then your standards can drop. And I saw one of my mates text me the other day, I think when we got promoted from League 1, he put it in the group chat, and he put something like, just kind of like summarise my career from going from that. And the first time I hit home, I was a bit like, yeah, I've done all right, but I'm obviously very proud in terms of just making it pro, to be perfectly honest with you. It's every lad's dream, and mine happened a bit late. I was 26 when I signed for Northampton, so my opportunity came a bit later in life, but I wouldn't have changed it. Thoroughly enjoyed my teaching career, the 4.5, 5 years that I had, absolutely loved it, and possibly something that I'll go back into, I don't know yet. Hopefully I've still got another 3-4 years of playing, or however long my legs will keep taking me. We'll see, but I'm a bit stuck for words, to be honest, because I've not really considered it, but I will do probably once I finish playing, and I'll probably have to think about whatnot. But I'm just happy to be a professional footballer, and I think I've got the best job in the world. Yeah,
back to the EFL to end it. I should have had some water before I started this, because
he's been awful.
I know, I've been awful. But back to the EFL to. Sorry, we can just do it again if you want water. No, I'm joking, or not. Back to the EFL to end it all.
That would be amazing.
Send this interview as well.
Yeah, that would be absolutely unbelievable, and wouldn't be the icing on the cake, because I wouldn't want it to finish there. But that could be an unbelievable way to finish a season, and hopefully we can get the job done.
Done. Cheers.
Nice one.
I really appreciate it.
Nice one.